So you have a digital product and you just sold your first digital product. You just sold your first copy of it. Congrats for it. It's amazing. You're one of the people that started selling your digital products. But what do you do next? And in this video, I want to tackle and show you what can you do after that point to sell more to the same customers. Because there is a huge problem that creators face here. And we as photographers, videographers, artists in general, we don't know exactly all the business part of it, what happens after, back end, upsell, downsell, all sorts of stuff like that. We just want to create. We want to do the art itself. And so I want to show you a couple of things that I'm doing after someone buys something from my store. Someone buys a digital product from myself. And so I want to start by saying, usually creators focus on the sales part more and less on what to do after. And it's not bad intention or anything, but sometimes we don't know that. Sometimes we're not having the knowledge. And because we're not having the knowledge, we don't know what to do after. Now, I want firstly to take you through three phases. One, I want to tell you that usually it costs more to acquire a new customer rather than selling a bit more to the people that already bought. Because once you sold the product, if the product itself is good, it's having a good price, it's valuable, people love it, then they would like some more. And you need to think this like a journey. We talked in another video about about the journey of the person that basically you post something online, they discovered you through social media, they started liking what you're doing, then they switch to a point where they're now following you, then they went another step up where they engage with your content, and now the next step would be to buy something. This journey applies in this situation as well. So what happened is exactly what I told you earlier. So find you online, then they follow, then engage on your content, then they buy something. Cool. So the customer journey is somehow the same. Because you created the product, you should know better for them what are the steps. So what you want to do, because they want more of what you're having to offer, because the thing that you did is very valuable for them, you want to sell them more. They already are warm audience. They're not cold seeing you for the first time online and they're trying to buy something from you. They're already warm. So why not sell them some more stuff? And so this is phase one. Basically, we understand why we should sell more to the people that are already on our list, the people that are that already bought something from us. So on your landing page, someone buys your product. That's fucking amazing. Again, congrats that someone bought your product. Now let's see, what do we collect? We collect a name, an email, and a country. Because when they're buying, we need to have a few details about them. So first thing, after you collect that, I would put a tag on them. As in, if they bought my digital product, let's say digital product 1. If they bought my digital product, I would tag them as digital, the name of the digital product, and then the word buyers. Why? Because there are three things here. One, you will know more about the product and how many people bought it. So you have data. Another data point here is you know at what stage they currently are at. So if someone buys, let's say, let's have an example. My basic color grading manual. If someone buys the basic color grading manual, I know about them that they don't know how to color grade. Meaning they have no idea how to play with the colors. So they bought the basic version. because they bought the basic version, I know they're beginners. If they bought basic plus advanced, I know at what stage they are. Or even if they're beginners, I know with my products at what stage I would take them with too. So they would be, after some days, if they're consuming the product, they would be from basic beginners to advanced. They would have a bit more knowledge. And the third step it's still data. And the third step is also data, but you know what is the next step that they would like or need to take. Meaning, if they bought basic color grading manual and they bought also advanced color grading manual, then maybe I have some videos for these. So what's happening is if they bought one product, the basic color grading manual, I can then direct them to the advanced color grading manual. If they bought advanced color grading manual plus the basic one, I can advance them to the videos that complement these two. So now that we know, we have the data and we know what to do with that data further on. Cool. Let's see what are the next steps. I'm gonna switch to this. Cool. Now, we said we need to tag them, and we tag them with the tag. The next step that I would do, and that I'm doing for all my digital products, is I would start sending them emails about next. After they bought the digital product, I would start sending them some emails. Now, I want you to be different, and I want you to not be a guru. I want you to not be the sleazy person that just wants to make more money. I get it. It is a business, but your business will thrive more if your business is results oriented for others, not just for yourself. And so we tag them, and most creators here would start selling up straight. If you're buying one digital product for someone, instead of helping you, instead of doing anything else, the first email would be, hey, thanks for buying it. Guess what? You should buy this one as well. And people will be like, I should unsubscribe. Fuck off. Which is totally normal. I will do the same. Now, they start with the first email to advertise the next product. What I need you to think of is, again, a journey. If I'm buying a product from someone, I would need some time to consume the product. I would need some time to implement what's in the product. Because otherwise, I just bought the product and you're trying to sell me something else, the next stage or the next step of it, and I haven't even consumed the first one. So we have a problem there. Now, how do we do that? I said we want to be different, which totally makes sense. So for the first 3 emails, you keep them accountable. What do I mean by that? You send them details about what they bought. You send them the link for the product again, from where they can download it, because maybe it went to spam. Maybe something happened and they don't have the link again. It's a hustle for them to search for your email, to send an email so that they would receive the product again. And so what's the best option here is to send again the product. There might be people that know you as a creator, so they know things about you. But what I would do first, I would give a bit more details about myself. Hey, thanks for buying the product. This is Vlad that's writing this email, not AI. I've been a creator since X amount of time. I've been a photographer for 12 years. I've been doing this. I love my wife. I love my kid. Right now, this is a business that I'm having. Why am I having it? Why am I doing things like this? Why does it make sense for me? Give them a bit more details about yourself, because if they're cold audience, this will warm them even more up and they'll get to know you more. If they're warm audience, it's never bad to send them like a reminder that, hey, this is where I'm at. The whole idea here is to give them a hand to go through it. Imagine person A bought this product of yours, and in email 1, you send them the link. Email 2 and 3, you want to help them go through the product. You want to help them understand more how to go through, what are the next steps that they should need to do, to not be so harsh on themselves if they're not consuming the product in the next 5 minutes after they bought it. You want these 3 emails to keep them accountable, to help them to take their hand basically, and to help them achieve that thing that was in the product. If you're saying you're solving specific problem A, you want to make sure that they solve that specific problem A, because otherwise they'll think that your product is not good. The cases where they think they did something wrong are rare. And so they would just think, yeah, the digital product is shit, and I spent money on it. I won't buy from this person again. We don't want that. So what I do is I keep them accountable in the first 3 emails. In the next 3 emails, I talk about the next logical step that they can take after they consumed the product. And then I try and sell them the next solution that would fit in the point that they're at the point they're at, and get them to the next point or the next step. Because now that offer makes a lot more sense, because they consumed the first one. They consumed the product. They're at a different stage. So they understand why would they need the next thing. And since you know the steps better than them, you have the knowledge on how to structure them. Help them to get through that step. Take them to the next step. Have the product consumed. Then sell the next one. Because the idea is like this. The whole thing, it's a system. They bought something. You have some emails that you will write and they'll be automated. So think of it like this. It's a system. Someone buys, then they receive a tag, then automatically they'll start receiving these emails. Then automatically in 4, 5, 6 days, you have a higher chance that they'll buy something from you. So there's a sale, another sale that you'll do without doing actually anything, because the whole thing is automated. So you know the steps better because you did them yourself, or you should know the steps better because you did them yourself. So it makes sense that you just create these emails. Now, think of it like this. If you have digital product 1, you give them a tag 1. If they have bought digital product 1 plus the bump of whatever you're selling, they're at a different stage. So you won't tag them with tag 1, you'll tag them with tag 1 plus 2. Now this gives you, again, more idea on where are they at. So what you want to do here is think of it like this. People come, buy your product, and then they need to implement it. So you help them implement it, and they're not at the beginner phase, or they're not at the beginning phase where they started, because now they have consumed their digital product. They're at a different stage. Because they're at a different stage, you can sell them something else, sell them the next step, because they're at a different stage. And it's easier. They now understand, okay, you taught me how to sell digital products. What do I do afterwards? I need some emails. So if you give me some templates, it makes sense to automate this so that I'm never touching it, or in the next months, in the next weeks, I'm never touching this again, because the system, it's automated. So I automated a part of my business. I can then just move to the next part. So again, this is a system that helps them understand. If they consumed product A, they bought it, they consumed it, they implemented it, they're moving towards product B. So it makes sense to sell product B to them because they're now ready to buy it. And you help them. And then you help them implement product B, and then you can sell them product C, and so on. Now, the whole idea here is, as I said earlier, to be different. In a pool of salesy people and gurus that just want to sell more and they don't care about the people that buy, be different. If you help these people get the results, they win. They'll think your digital product rocks. They'll think you as a person care for them, which you do, and you help them achieve something. So because of that, they would like to buy more from you because they have a safety that whatever you will do, it will be good quality. If they get results, you can then use their results further on to promote your products because they have results. They'll write you a good review. They'll write you a good testimonial. These can be used for the next, on the landing page where you're selling the product. And it's a win-win situation. And if you've already went through the part of it where you sold a digital product, or you're at the stage where you would like to tackle and sell something and turn your skills or your knowledge into a digital product, in the description, I have a community where I'm helping people get their first customer. And if they already have their first customer, I'll help them scale through different funnels, methods. Check it out. It's in the description. First link. Cheers.